The UAP men's basketball stepladder semifinals begins on Wednesday. The FEU Tamaraws will go up against the USC Growling Tigers, with the winner advancing to face the UP Fighting Maroons for the last remaining final seat. Now, to talk about this, what should be an exciting knockout match between FEU and UST, let's bring in our UAP broadcast analysts, Christian Luanzon, Mikey Reyes, and Jet Manuel. Guys, this is going to be a good one. Ngayon pa lang na-excite na ako. It's only Monday. I cannot wait for Wednesday. It's going to be UST versus FEU. And dikitan to? Dikitan to? Mikey, Christian, Jet? Yes?
I feel like dikitan. Especially with, parang feeling ko kasi offense versus defense. The offense of UST, obviously, the way they run. Tapos yung second best defensive team in the league in the FEU Tamaraws. So I believe that, kumbaga, they will try to play the same way sa mga kalaban nila, pero it's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a dogfight for sure, especially for a chance to go up against UP.
Okay, the winner of this game, it will depend on several factors. So let's say X factors, kunwari, players that could determine the outcome of this game. I know you have your choices for each team. Jet, go.
Okay, mine is CJ Cancino and Ken Toffin. So CJ Cancino of UST, Ken Toffin for FEU. I chose the route na, alam mo yung mga X factor na they're relied on, but it will depend on how they will play. CJ Cancino, the second half of the season when Abando was out, he played very, very well, and that's how UST got their momentum coming into this. And Ken Toffin, if you notice, parang if he plays well, FEU is a totally different team. He's one of those pieces that coach also needs, and I think that's why I chose him as my X factor.
Totally agree. Pero sa akin, si Sam Concepcion para sa...
Sherwin! Alam mo,
Christian! Sinadya ko talaga!
Kanina umaga ko pa sinasabi sa'yo.
Sinadya ko talaga!
It is Sherwin Concepcion, hindi Sam Concepcion.
Might as well stick with it, di ba?
Magaling sumayaw yun. Magaling kumanta at sumayaw yun.
O, di ba?
Goping yun, goping.
Sige, bakit si Sherwin?
Sherwin Concepcion. Well, kasi kita-kita ng first round, he was the difference maker. Noong second half, 12 points siya. He had 11 nung second half. And then, talking to some of the, FEU people coming into the second round, game meeting nila, they really put an emphasis of guarding si Sherwin. Oo, kaya na-limit siya nung second round. Ayun, nanalo sila. And then
FEU X Factor.
For UST then. So for FEU, it's Wendell Comboy.
Okay.
The numbers would say it will be Alforque, but I think that's too heavy for him as a rookie. I think Wendell Comboy, who did not shoot well nung first two rounds, but yung tiwala na binibigay sa kanya ni Coach Nash, if you remember the second round, last shot before overtime, and then he hit that dagger to put it into 2 possessions into overtime. And then it was big for them. I think if it boils down the wire itong game na to, he's gonna take the last shot, and he could win.
Like gusto mo, yung bola na sa kamay ni Comboy.
Right. And
Yes.
he's the senior. So
Okay.
kuha yung tiwala ni Coach.
That's fair. That's fair.
Tsaka ni Coach Olsen. Sorry.
Yeah, I agree with Wendell Comboy, pero sa akin sa kabila si Renzo Subido, because both are the seniors, both are reliable, both usually come off the bench, which is itong both teams na to, they rely heavily on their bench also, along with their starting five. So I believe both of them will have to be aggressive coming off right off the bat when they enter the floor, especially offensively, para medyo makakuha agad nila yung rhythm nila, and obviously both can score at a high rate. So for me, it's both of them.
Wow, Comboy and Subido, veteran players, and their coaches, ang tindi ng kumpiyansa at tiwala sa kanilang dalawa. The one thing that the three of you agree on, I don't know nga paano kayo nag-agree on anything.
Hindi kami nag-usap.
Oo nga, pero you totally agree.
Ako alam ko yung sagot doon.
Sandali. So ang sagot doon ay Sam Concepcion. So the must-see matchup for this knockout game on Wednesday, it's a battle of speed. It's Ljay Gonzales of FEU and Mark Nonoy of UST. Jet, bakit nagkasundo kayong tatlo na this is the must-see matchup of this game?
Well, if you talk about top pointers, I think these two are on that list. The way they've played and how fast, we have to emphasize how fast they play. I think it's just gonna be, enjoyable as a fan to see na ang bilis nito. Gagawin talaga yung mga ulo natin just watching them play, and then the way they help their team. It's parang it's surprising, and parang iba siya eh. It's different the way they both contribute, but they contribute greatly to how they achieve success.
Jet, could you have guarded these two guys during your time?
So may game point kayo.
Ay, hindi mo na makaposisyon.
Mabilis si Mike.
Lusot.
Papaul na kita na.
Okay, lusot si Jet. Okay, Christian, why is this a must-see matchup?
Bakit hindi? Shout out, Coach Hammer. Who doesn't like speed? Sabi nga ni Jet, di ba? Feeling ko kung parang ano to eh. Kumbaga sa commentating, parang Seb Sarmenta versus Miko Halili. Yung ganung kabilisan. Oo, kasi kung mabilis ka Pero, kidding aside, kasi
Nadamay pa.
first, well, they're relatable. And, Filipinos, in general, obviously, we're not that tall. And then, when you watch guys like them, Nonoy and Gonzales, how they score and how they push the pace, they become relatable to the fans.
I like that. Parang Pinoy na Pinoy yung laro.
Totoo.
Tama sila. It's obviously speed versus speed. That's the first thing you see. Pero for me, knowing their coaches also, yung usage rate nilang dalawa. Because Coach Olsen and Coach Nas, obviously, Coach Olsen played point guard as a player, so he would want LJ to take control of the basketball and make things happen. As for Coach Aldi naman, may history yan na talagang minamaximize niya yung point guard niya. So, Mark Nonoy, luckily for him, napunta siya sa team na agad-agad siya yung starting point guard. So, I believe, yun nga, speed versus speed, entertainment factor nandyan yun. Pero both of them will have to lead their teams if they wanna win.
It's interesting what you said na si Coach Aldin, yung parang kumpiyansa niya kay Mark Nonoy, same kumpiyansa with Mark Cruz, same kumpiyansa with Aljun Melesio. And that's why we never see Coach Aldin complain pag bumibitaw ng maraming 3-point shot.
Green light. Green light ni Jet. Ganun. Yung green light ni Jet.
Yung hindi mo maintindihan kung bakit pero may green light.
Buti na lang, hindi kami inabot ni Coach Aldin.
Nako! Pag inabot ako ng Coach Aldi.
Net attempts siguro.
How would you have guarded Nonoy and LJ during your time?
2 quick fouls. Oh.
2 week pa.
Jet, ikaw na!
Yung mga konting
Jet, ikaw na!
Alam mo yung mga may konting papa na lumalas.
And okay, so I made a mistake. I said yung itong Nonoy, LJ was the one thing that you agreed on. Actually, hindi. May isa pa. The three of you agree that the deeper bench belongs to the Growling Tigers. So you're talking about Abando, Batilier, Ando, and all these other guys. Why is UST advantageous pagdating sa bench?
Well, I think also to point out what Mikey said, maybe the factors of the coaches. I think Coach Olsen is one known to use talaga his vets. It's a very, very veteran-oriented coach, and the way he uses his team is, he relies talaga on those players that know the system. Ngayon, Coach Ay, on the other hand, he uses everyone. He wants to maximize the potential of everyone, and the luxury he has is the players like you mentioned, sila Ando, sila minsan Cancino or Abando, and then Ando, Batilier.
Crazy, Abando is coming off the bench.
Exactly. So yun talaga yung kaya I think USC really has the deeper bench.
Well, from a talent standpoint, USC to me is the second best talented team on paper behind UP. And the lack of firepower na meron ng FU, it could translate to the game para sa kanila. Yeah, as outstanding as they are as being the second best defensive team this season, at the end of the day, and these two guys know this, you have to score more than the other team, which they've shown. Yung mga games wherein the lack of scoring, I think the most notable was against NU, and then the second half obviously against Ateneo, 15 points after scoring 40. So that's the big question to me, the lack of firepower and then the talent of USC, sabi mo, si Abando and Subido at times. So that could be the biggest difference.
For me, I think with UST, I just feel like they have more alphas on that bench. Because especially...
Explain mo yung concept ng alpha.
Kasi when it comes to crunch time and Final Four, especially with everyone watching, you would want someone who is willing to be the GOAT. So I just feel like Subido is willing to be that guy.
Abando,
Cancino
clearly,
and Abando.
Sam Concepcion!
Sam Concepcion!
Sherwin Concepcion!
Kumbaga, these guys, for me, kasi parang FEU, yes, malakas yung bench nila, but they will still rely on LJ. Maybe Royce Alforque, you can give the basketball to him. Pero for UST, you can actually sit the starters, tapos may mabibigyan ka ng bola to create for themselves or for their teammates. So I just feel like mas marami lang alpha, especially a crucial game or a knockout game like on Wednesday.
Okay, we're not yet done talking about the step ladder. So Jet, Sam Concepcion and Mike Reyes, they'll stay here because still ahead. How will the Tamaraws or the Tigers fare in a semis matchup with the Fighting Maroons? And which team could have the best chance of toppling the undefeated Blue Eagles? We'll talk about that when the score returns.